Welcome to Adventure Tales. Today, we're taking you on an incredible journey from sun-kissed fields to supermarket shelves as we explore the intricate process of how millions of pineapples are harvested and canned. But have you ever wondered how they make their way from sprawling plantations to the convenient cans in your pantry? Well, get ready to find out. In this video, we'll walk you through every step of the pineapple canning process, from the careful cultivation and harvesting in the fields to the high-tech processing in modern factories. So, whether you're a pineapple enthusiast, a curious food lover, or just someone who enjoys learning about how things are made, stick around. This is going to be a juicy adventure you won't want to miss. Chapter 1: Pineapple Cultivation. Our journey begins in the lush, tropical fields where pineapples thrive. These spiky-topped fruits aren't actually trees, as some might think. They're herbaceous perennials, meaning they grow low to the ground and can produce fruit multiple times. Pineapple plants are typically grown in long, neat rows. From above, these plantations look like a sea of spiky green stars. Each plant produces just one pineapple at a time, which is why these fields need to be so vast to meet global demand. The life cycle of a pineapple plant is fascinating. It starts as a small shoot, called a sucker, which is planted in the rich, well-drained soil that pineapples love. Over the next 18 to 24 months, this little plant will grow into a mature pineapple ready for harvesting. During this time, the plants require careful tending. Workers regularly check the fields, ensuring the plants have enough water and nutrients. They also manage pests and diseases that could harm the crop. As the pineapples grow, they go through several stages. First, a beautiful red, pink, or purple flower emerges from the center of the plant. This flower will eventually develop into the fruit we know and love. Over the next 6 months, the fruit slowly develops. It starts out green and gradually turns golden yellow as it ripens. The leaves on top, known as the crown, remain green throughout. Interestingly, pineapples don't continue to ripen after they're picked. This means timing is crucial when it comes to harvesting. Too early, and the fruit will be sour and lacking in flavor. Too late, and it might be overripe or damaged. Chapter 2: The Art of Harvesting. When the time is right, usually about 2 years after planting, it's time for the harvest. Harvesting pineapples is still largely done by hand. Why? Because each fruit needs to be individually assessed for ripeness. Skilled workers move through the fields, carefully examining each pineapple. The worker grasps the pineapple firmly at its base and twists. As each pineapple is harvested, it's carefully placed in collection bins. These bins are designed to protect the fruit from bruising or damage during transport. The filled bins are then loaded onto trucks and transported to the factory. Speed is of the essence here. The sooner the pineapples reach the factory, the fresher they'll be for canning. Not all harvested pineapples are used for canning. Some are sent to the fresh fruit market, while others are processed for juicing or different products. Chapter 3: Arrival at the processing facility. The air becomes filled with the sweet tropical aroma of ripe fruit once the truck arrives. This is where the transformation from fresh pineapple to canned product begins. The facility itself is a marvel of modern food processing technology. It's designed to handle millions of pineapples efficiently while maintaining the highest standards of food safety and quality. Once unloaded, the bins of pineapples are carefully transferred to conveyor belts. These belts will carry the fruit through each stage of the canning process. Before any processing begins, there's an initial quality check. Quickly inspect each pineapple, removing any that show signs of damage or decay. Ensure only the best fruits move forward in the process. Fun fact: a typical pineapple canning facility can process up to 1 million pineapples per day during peak season. Chapter 4: Cleaning and Preparation. The first stop for our pineapples on their canning journey is the cleaning station. The pineapples first go through a series of water jets. These high-pressure sprays remove any dirt, debris, or potential contaminants from the surface of the fruit. With cleaning complete, the next exciting stage is preparation for canning. Chapter 5: Coring and Peeling. First comes the coring process. The pineapples are fed into a machine that looks a bit like a giant apple corer. As each pineapple passes through, a cylindrical blade plunges through the center of the fruit, removing the tough, fibrous core in one clean motion. The cores don't go to waste. They're often used to make pineapple juice or are processed into animal feed. The peeling machine is a marvel of engineering. It uses a combination of rotating blades and abrasive surfaces to remove the tough outer skin of the pineapple. As the fruit spins, the machine carefully strips away the skin, revealing the juicy yellow flesh beneath. What's impressive about this process is how it manages to remove the skin and the prickly eyes of the pineapple while wasting as little of the edible fruit as possible. The machines are calibrated to peel just deep enough to remove all the inedible parts without taking too much of the sweet flesh. As the pineapples emerge from the peeling machine, they're smooth cylinders of golden flesh, ready for the next stage of processing. Chapter 6. Inspection and trimming. As the peeled and cored pineapples move along the conveyor belt, they pass by a team of skilled workers. These individuals are trained to spot any imperfections that the machines might have missed. They're looking for a variety of things, such as any remaining bits of skin or eyes that the peeling machine didn't catch, brown spots or blemishes in the flesh, any areas that are overripe or underripe, unusual shapes that might not fit well in the cans. Chapter 7. Cutting and sorting. Now that the pineapples are peeled, cored, and perfectly trimmed, it's time to cut them into the familiar shapes we see in canned pineapple products. This process is largely automated, using high-precision cutting machines. Depending on the product being made, the pineapples might be cut in different ways, which are rings, chunks, tidbits, and crushed cuts. The cutting machines work at incredible speed, processing hundreds of pineapples per minute. They use ultra-sharp blades that make clean cuts. The pineapple pieces are quickly passed through hot water or steam. The temperature and duration are carefully controlled, typically around 194 degrees for just a minute or two. This is long enough to achieve the desired effects without cooking the fruit. Immediately after blanching, the pineapple pieces are rapidly cooled. This quick cooling is essential to prevent overcooking and maintain the fruit's texture and flavor. The cooling process usually involves passing the fruit through a bath of cold water or a blast of cold air. Like the blanching process, this happens quickly, usually in a matter of minutes. Chapter 9. Preparing the syrup. While our pineapple pieces are cooling, let's take a moment to look at another important component of canned pineapple, the syrup or juice that the fruit is packed in. Whichever option is being used, it's prepared in large, sterile mixing tanks. For syrups, precise amounts of water and sugar are combined and heated to ensure the sugar dissolves completely. For pineapple juice, it's filtered and pasteurized to ensure food safety. The syrup or juice is then cooled to a specific temperature. This temperature is carefully controlled because it affects the final product's quality and the efficiency of the canning process. Fun fact: the choice of packing liquid can significantly affect the calorie content of the final product. Pineapple in heavy syrup can have nearly twice the calories of pineapple in its own juice. Chapter 10. The canning line is a marvel of efficiency and precision. Empty, sterilized cans move along a conveyor belt, ready to be filled. First, a precise amount of pineapple is added to each can. The amount is carefully controlled by weight to ensure consistency. Depending on the product, this might be rings laid flat, chunks, or crushed pineapple. Immediately after the fruit, the prepared syrup or juice is added. The liquid is poured in at a specific temperature, warm enough to help remove any air bubbles, but not so hot as to cook the fruit. As soon as the can is filled, it moves to the sealing station. Here, lids are placed on the cans and sealed in place using a process called double seaming. The double seam creates an airtight and watertight seal, crucial for preserving the pineapple. Chapter 11. Sterilization. The sealed cans are loaded into large pressure cookers called retorts. Inside the retort, the cans are subjected to high heat and pressure. Typically, they're heated to about 212 degrees for a specific amount of time, usually around 12 to 15 minutes. It kills any potentially harmful microorganisms in the can, helps cook the pineapple slightly, softening it to the right texture, and creates a vacuum seal inside the can as it cools, further ensuring preservation. The exact time and temperature used are carefully calculated based on factors like the size of the can, the acidity of the pineapple, and the type of syrup used. After sterilization, the cans are cooled rapidly. This is usually done by spraying them with cool water or immersing them in a cooling bath. Chapter 12. Labeling and packaging. First, each can passes through a labeling machine. These high-speed machines can apply labels to hundreds of cans per minute. The labels contain important information like the product name and description, nutritional information, ingredients list, best before date, manufacturer details, barcode for scanning. Finally, the cans are packaged into boxes or shrink-wrapped into multi-packs, ready for distribution to stores. Chapter 13. Quality control and testing. Throughout the entire canning process, quality control measures are in place to ensure the safety and quality of the product. But there's one final step before our canned pineapples can leave the factory. Random samples from each production batch are sent to the quality control lab for testing. Chapter 14. Distribution. With all our quality checks complete, our canned pineapples are ready to start their journey to stores and ultimately to your pantry. Large trucks pick up pallets loaded with boxes of canned pineapple. These might be headed to local distribution centers or even to ports for international shipping. From there, the cans will make their way to grocery stores, restaurants, and food service providers around the world. Some might travel thousands of miles before reaching their final destination. Conclusion. And there you have it, the incredible journey of how millions of pineapples are harvested and canned every day. From the sunny fields where they're grown to the high-tech factories where they're processed, it's a testament to both agricultural skill and modern food technology. The next time you open a can of pineapple, whether you're making a tropical fruit salad, a sweet and sour stir-fry, or a classic pineapple upside-down cake, you'll know just how much work went into bringing that golden, juicy fruit to your kitchen. We hope you've enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at pineapple canning. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating looks into how our favorite foods are made.